Hello. In this video, I will talk about my experiences with YouTube's monetization system from where I started the channel up to the point where I felt misled and deceived by YouTube, or I should say Google, so I do that from now on. I want to make clear that I don't accuse Google for doing anything wrong, because they have followed what they have promised, but I think they acted in a quite low and questionable way. And I will go through this more in detail, of course, and explain why I think so. Just one final thing before I get started, that is that you can support and help me in this matter by watching, liking, and sharing my videos. You are helping me in the channel, but you can also actively share this video after you've seen it. This can also help others so they don't make the same mistake as I did. If I find out anything more about the subject, I will update the video description with additional information. Okay, let's start from the beginning. It all started back in early 2013. This is the point where I started to upload more serious videos. Of course, I only had a handful of subscribers and I had no plans for the channel at all. This was just for fun. At this point, I couldn't care less about monetization, so I had no ads enabled for my videos. Basically, I didn't want to bother my few subscribers with annoying ads. I continued like this until somewhere mid-2013. I think I've passed 100 subscribers and some of my tutorials got some views. So I looked briefly into how to monetize videos and so on. And here I made a big mistake. I enabled monetization for the channel and I put ads on most of my videos, but I didn't create an AdSense account because I misinterpreted the terms and apparently I didn't read them too well. The way I read the terms and the way I remembered it for a long time was something like, you don't need to connect an AdSense account at this point, but we will save the money for you. Apparently I was wrong, and later, when I looked for a copy of this text, I couldn't find anything that supports my memory, rather proof of the opposite. So the only thing I have found, and parts of it can still be found on the, today it's rewritten, but it's on the YouTube pages. And that's the text, YouTube may deposit a bonus into your AdSense account as a thank you for your video monetization contribution before you associated an AdSense account. The may deposit is the key thing here. I have a link in the video description to the web archive page of the support page I probably read at the time. This is where I got the quotes from, and I have also found the same text in various forums or similar places, so I think this is the correct text for that time. Another key part of the text is the question, do I need AdSense now? The answer contains, will remind you when it's a good time. I realize now that this doesn't mean a good time for me, because that answer would have been yes, now directly. For a long time, I continued like this. Since I was only doing this for fun, I didn't care much for any potential money. And since it would take me several months to reach the payout level, I didn't care to register an AdSense account or so on. At least that's what I thought. Anyway, after a long time, almost a year later, I took a look into this again. I redid the math and I noticed that I probably had a little bonus to check out. So in May 2014, I created an AdSense account, connected it to the channel, and got everything set up. Still, I wasn't making much money at all, but at least from this point it was possible to track the views and the small earnings in a proper and quite detailed way. And based on those figures, I was kind of looking forward to the bonus from over 250,000 views. Sadly, the old words "may deposit a bonus" kicked in because no bonus was paid out. And I did some research on the subject, and it seems like I'm not the first one to make this mistake. I found some threads and forum posts from other people describing the exact same thing, some with a lot more views on unpaid videos, sadly. Someone reported that they got the bonus payout, but that it was roughly a third of what to be expected based on later RPM figures. So this bonus, it can actually happen, as I understand it, but it's very unclear what it means, and there are no guarantees for anything, it seems. In my case, it meant not a single dollar for all those views. I have waited for some time, roughly half a year before making this video, just to make sure that if the bonus would come or not. But still, as of end of 2014, it seems like it's not coming. Now, since I have always done this for fun, this isn't a very big issue. It's not a life changer of any kind. And looking at it from a bright side, one could even say that it's good that I found out this early and didn't keep the account in the previous state. Again, the words "may deposit a bonus" clearly states that Google did nothing wrong. I can actually only blame myself. But I feel misled because Google ran ads on my videos for a year. So of course they made money from that. And instead of just taking a percentage, they took it all. Personally, I think it's very questionable to do that. As I said before, you can support me by just watching, liking, sharing. But if you happen to know anything about the subject, or if it happened to you, feel free to leave your story in the comment section or send me a personal message and I can add information in the video description. The intention of this video is not to get a response from Google or start a riot or anything like that. I just want to share my story, and perhaps I can help or warn others to not make the same mistake as I did. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting.